Our Wednesday here in Fort Dodge wraps up tonight as we welcome you to Harlan Rogers Park, the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament. It's the final of 5 semifinal games today here on the Mid-American Energy Iowa High School Girls Sports Network. Live from Buena Vista University Diamond, we wrap up in the Class 5A bracket with a matchup between the number 1 seed Pleasant Valley Spartans and the number 4 seed West Des Moines Valley Tigers. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to state softball here in Fort Dodge. Zach Carlisle will be on the headset in just a few. He's alongside myself, Brian Carlisle. We're going to talk a little bit Pleasant Valley and Valley. Pleasant Valley in the state tournament quarterfinal, 4-0 win over number 8 seed Iowa City High. West Des Moines Valley, the number 4 seed, a 2-1 winner over a team that they're probably fairly familiar with, the number 5 seed Johnston Dragons. Let's talk about how these two teams got here. Regional tournament for West Des Moines Valley was a 10-0 win over Roosevelt, a 4-0 win over Ankeny. And for Pleasant Valley, the Spartans, 11-0 winner over Davenport Central, and a 4-2 win over Burlington. We're going to jump out, go to the PA announcer as he announces starting lineups, and we're going to get ready here for some softball. This is the third meeting between these two teams, and they have split so far this year. They have split the first two. So we're going to jump to the PA as we get ready to go here for last game of the night. Pleasant Valley Spartans and the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. As soon as these guys get done and we hear the PA announcer start talking, I will jump off the mic. This is going to be a fun one since these two know each other so well. West Des Moines Valley head coach Tom Backey, 22 seasons, 8-28 and 201. Jose Lara, his second season, 4 years at the school. He is a career record of 154 and 30, and at Pleasant Valley, he's 88 and 15. These two teams fairly evenly matched. Pleasant Valley does hold a little decisive edge. 40 home runs on the season, batting average as a team of 372. And here for the Tigers, 29 home runs on the season, 328. The Tigers return to Rogers Park for the 6th straight year and 16th time in school history. So let's jump away. Let's get ready for your starting lineups.
For tonight's Class 5A semifinal game between the Pleasant Valley Spartans and the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. The winner of this game will play tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Buena Vista University Diamond. The loser of this game will play tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Diamond 2. Now let's meet the non-starters. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Tigers of West Des Moines Valley. Number 1, Olivia Agee. Number 3, Hannah Youngworth. Number 5, Nina Mitchell. Number 6, Cassidy Shelburne. Number 10, Jocelyn Tracy. Number 11, Olivia Roush. Number 16, Mari Rourke. Number 17, Mara Allen. Number 20, Coral Miller. Number 23, Anna Bernard. Number 27, Adriana Jarrett. Number 32, Bree Eigeneer. West Des Moines Valley's assistant coach is Randy Rebarger. And now, the starting lineup for the Tigers. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 22, Alex Huddle. Batting second in center field, number 15, Megan Becker. Hitting third, playing second base, number 21, Maggie House. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 12, Claire Stalzer. Hitting fifth at third base, number 7, Hannah Fry. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 4, Jasmine Span. Hitting seventh in left field, number 44, Jessica Olander. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 8, Kendra Schramm. Hitting ninth in right field, number 2, Haley Etzel. And the flex position for the Tigers, the catcher, number 9, Katie Newman. Westmoreland Valley's head coach is Tom Rakey. Now for the non-starters for the home team on the scoreboard, the Spartans of Pleasant Valley. Number 4, Caitlin Crum. Number 5, Kristen Hartman. Number 11, Carly Murray. Number 12, Mara McClyman. Number 16, Addie Mankey. And number 17, Emily Latoni. Pleasant Valley's assistant coaches are Sammy Irvin, Julie Fields, Erica Miller, Amy LaMarche, and Jasmine Lara. And now the starting lineup for the Spartans. Moving out, playing second base, number 1, Carmen Stahar. Batting second in center field, number 9, Emily Wood. Hitting third, the pitcher, number 10, Alex Stahar. Batting fourth at first base, number 7, Alexia Lara. Hitting fifth at third base, number 6, Belle Rudnick. Batting sixth, catching, number 13, Wendy Woodward. Hitting seventh, the designated player, number 15, Caitlin Kirsch. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 8, Jesse Meyer. Hitting ninth at shortstop, number 2, Valerie Fever. And the flex tonight for the Spartans in left field, number 3, Sophia Lindquist. Pleasant Valley's head coach is Jose Ibarra. Our umpires for tonight's contest: at first base, Greg Buster. At third base, Joel Liebenhill. And calling balls and strikes, it's Pat Bisha. Let's play state tournament softball.
All right, welcome back. Zach Carlisle joining me on the headset after calling a pretty incredible game in that Class 2A semifinal as Des Moines Christian goes down 1-0 to the returning champ, Iowa City Regina. So a good final there in the 2A, but we're getting ready here for 5A action. Indianola on the other diamond leads 1-0 over Cedar Rapids Jefferson. And we are going to get ready right here as we have Pleasant Valley Spartans and West Des Moines Valley Tigers. Zach, we're jumping up in some class here now all of a sudden. Now we're getting to the 5A. We're getting to the big schools.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we've made it. We're big time now. No, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. This is prime time. This is softball. This is semifinals. This is going to be a blast. It's 1 against 5, but I anticipate this to be a really, really good game.
Can you jump in and take a look at the schedules for these two teams? Tell me the scores of these two splits. These two faced each other. This is the third time these two have met.
Yeah, they're taking. Let's see. So they played the first game at Davenport West. That's where they played it, and Pleasant Valley got the best of them 5-4. Very good game. And then in Iowa City for a tournament, Pleasant Valley lost 1-0. Both were one-run games. Okay. And so I anticipate this one to be much of the same. It's a good pitching matchup. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this will be Ellie Spellhog on the mound here, the young lady for Pleasant Valley. Comes in here on the season 21-2 on the season, 121 strikeouts, .70 ERA. So she's gonna produce a lot of ground balls. Probably not throw a lot of strikeouts, but she's gonna get a lot of ground balls, pop outs. She's just gonna she keeps you frustrated more than anything.
Yeah, she pitches to contact, so she's not necessarily gonna rack up the swings and misses. That rate's not gonna be. So there's gonna be some chances for West Des Moines Valley because of that. So that'll be interesting to kind of just see how it plays out early on in the first time through the order. What's she look like? How does she adjust? How do the batters adjust? That chess match.
Yep.
Is always pretty fun.
I always look forward to the chess match. So as we go here in the top half of the first, I'll run around and get you the defensive order. But we're going to go ahead and get ready for first pitch action. Stepping in, number 22, Alex Honold. Just outside missed. 1-0 the count here as Honold hitting .590 on the season.
And just a sophomore from the left side in the leadoff spot.
Where are these ridiculous batting averages coming from?
It's amazing how good some of these hitters are.
Yeah, amazing may not even cover it. So 2-0 the count currently here to Honold. And just outside missing. 3-0 the count quickly here. As Honold will probably just be standing still, put the bat on the shoulder, and let it relax.
Oh, I'd be taking all the way, no doubt about that.
And quickly a 4-pitch first at bat draws the walk. So let's run around this defensive alignment. Ellie Spellhog in the circle. Peggy Klinger behind the dish. Alexi Lara first. Carly Spellhog at second. Mallory Lefevre at short. Belle Lubkin at third. There's a pitch. First pitch in there called strike. Sophia Lindquist in left. Emily Wood in center. Jessie Meyer in right field. Now stepping in, number 15, the center fielder, Megan Decker, hitting .278 on the season. And quickly down 0-2 as Spellhog has just painted the outside corner with 2 straight pitches.
And this is one of those pitching matchups. They're both seniors, so I anticipate them to settle in a little bit more. This diamond, for some reason, has just been full of pitching duels. So I think these two, this is the veteran of the group. So we've seen a lot of freshmen, sophomore, 8th graders, pitching to today. But these are seniors. These two want it bad.
Well, and to your point about the pitching, you've probably seen it, in my eyes, you've seen the best duo last game. This could have that same making of 2 special pitchers.
Yeah, it really started at the beginning of the day. We had that early in Class 1A at the 11 o'clock game.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Out. Number 1. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Well, and it just continued. I don't know if something's in the air or what's going on, but these pitchers have located brilliantly. That's probably the thing that's impressed me the most is their location, left, right, painting edges, moving it up and down. Rise balls have been great. And the hitters have been off balance all day, no matter what team, no matter what class.
Now stepping in, number 21, Maggie House, the second baseman, hitting .375. So here's the in the air for you. It starts at left field and it stops right here. That's what's in the air for all this pitching. The other diamond, it's all about hitting.
It's crazy.
I mean, at one point in time, somebody said there was at least 9 home runs over there today. And a steal attempt. Gone. What a throw from Klinger. 2-6, out number 2, and just a bullet. And I don't think that ball was 4 feet off the ground from the catcher. Came out firing, and a nice swipe tag from Lefevre.
Surprise. West Des Moines Valley has 2 stolen bases all season.
I'm wondering how much of that maybe was a change that they thought they needed to try to make early. I mean, I love the aggressiveness.
Well, and they know that it's going to be tough against Pleasant Valley. As a staff, softball, you don't see a ton of pitching staffs, right? You see, a 1 and a 2 and maybe a 3. That's...
That ball gets under number 3, under Lindquist, and there's the double. But, boy, how much now does that stolen base hurt you?
You're right. And that's the thing. And the reason I'm wondering if the reason they tried to steal that base, opponents are hitting just 184 against Pleasant Valley pitching all season long. Under the Mendoza line, that's tough. So I wonder if they're thinking it's going to be tough to string together hits.
Right. But there's a costly error there as well, which allowed House to get to second base off the single. Just gets between the legs for her. So standing out at second is Maggie House. 2 down in the inning. 1-0 the count here to Claire Stalzer, the pitcher of record that will be stepping on the hill for Valley. Wow. That was literally at my nose. I had no reaction time.
I usually do not flinch when the ball comes back at me. Oh, my goodness.
That might be why I just retired from regular softball. Yep, that pretty much did it. 1-1 the count. Wow.
From slow pitch softball.
From slow pitch, yeah. I don't play fast pitch. I played 1 year, 2 years. No.
Slow pitch is fun.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot easier when the ball's coming up in the air and back down to try to hit it.
Yeah.
Try to hit this stuff.
Oh, I'd love to step in one time to swing 3 times and get out. I'd stand way in the back corner.
I wouldn't even swing.
I'd just stand there and watch it. 2-2 the count here. As Spellhog trying to finish it up. Yeah, just to set the bat out and just let the ball hit it. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
2-2 the count here. 2 down in the inning here as you get House standing on second. And, just off the edge. Full count. I'm telling you, if she's missing, it cannot be by that much. That looked really good and framed. Not a lot of movement from the catcher Klinger there as well. Straight back foul ball. Good at bat here from Stalzer to begin her first at bat for the game for Valley. House still sitting on second base here. And now the you're starting to get it to creep in because there's a ball 4. The shadows have really pretty much almost encompassed the whole infield.
Except for home plate.
Yeah.
There's just a pocket.
And then second base. You're running behind first.
And that, I don't know that it's necessarily going to mess up the hitters, but when one's in the shadow and the ball's coming from the shadow to the sun, sometimes that can mess with your mind just a bit. Now, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but there should be a courtesy runner, looks like, over at first base.
Olivia Aggie.
And so, back to the error, the single into left and then the error. And Hunter Phillips and I were talking about that in the previous game. We seem like there's been some big errors in big spots today on this field at times.
Yep.
And the defense has just kind of been a little sloppy. For the most part, it's been pretty solid, but there have been times where big errors really could have cost some teams today.
So Olivia Aggie is the courtesy runner over at first base. The other thing that I've seen with that, and to kind of wrap up that point, but then the defenses, along with the pitching, gets better to cover the air up.
Which is crazy.
And you've seen it a lot, because I think you had a leadoff error in a couple of innings, or at least one inning in there, where you thought maybe you could get a run there.
Oh, yeah. Just didn't happen. We ended up going into the 8th inning with no score. So
right.
Crazy game in 2A.
Yep, so 1-2 the count here on Hannah Fry, the third baseman, as she's trying to see if they can push a run across here. And we'll see how she does with the 1-2 count.
Hitting just 192 this year, the junior. Trying to come through here. This would be a big hit.
Oh, boy, this would be a huge hit.
No matter how rough your season was, you always have a chance if you're here in these types of games to make up for it.
And, boy, that's low. I think Spellhog was ready to walk off the diamond right there, I thought.
I think she's getting a little frustrated here just because she feels like she's made some really good pitches, so they just haven't been called for strikes.
Let's see on this one. Full count. Chopped foul here as Fry really, and I think what I've seen so far, Zach, and what I'm impressed so far about West Des Moines Valley with the Tigers is they're battling up there at the plate. I mean, each person, it seems like about the last 3 or so, have been full counts. Mm-hmm. You're throwing a lot of pitches early if you're Spellhog.
Yeah, they've worked the counts deep.
And another walk.
Wow.
Boy, that's 3 walks in the inning for the young ladies so far.
They've all been 3-2 counts with those walks.
House at third. Aggie at second. And Fry at first. Coming up is Jasmine Spann, number 4, the first baseman here, hitting .294. And boy, if you're Valley, you really want to take advantage of a full, you got a person on every base here. With the bases full, you want to get something out of this somehow, some way here. And that one quickly in there, strike 1 from Spellhog. See if she can settle down just a little bit. That's back-to-back walks. Big swing and a miss. Quickly down 0-2 is Spann.
Another junior on this team, one of 10. They have 10 juniors on this squad. She's hitting 6 points shy of 300 on the year.
The pitch. Big swing, foul ball out of play, and we'll do it again here. So 0-2 on span. Feel like we've had a long first inning already. 6 batters in here. And a big swing and a miss, and the strikeout will end the inning and the threat. So we got a half inning in the books here in Class 5A. We'll be right back as we get ready for the bottom half of your first inning.
Welcome to Fairway, where we're not a mega food, fashion, fitness, you name it center. For 80 years, we've been your neighborhood meat and grocery store, focused on cutting you the highest quality meats for your backyard barbecue, providing the freshest ingredients for your summer salad, and making sure your shopping trip is as easy and sweet as Grandma's blueberry pie. So while others try to put it all under one roof, at Fairway, we put our all into meat and grocery.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
All right, welcome back here. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Atlantic Bottlers, CenturyLink, Schottenkirk Chevrolet, Waukee, Schottenkirk Ford of Indianola, G&L Clothing, and Westside Auto Pros. Welcome back here to Ford Dodge. Brian Carlisle alongside me is Zach Carlisle as we begin the bottom half of the first inning. And on the hill is Claire Stalzer for Valley, and in first to bat is Carly Spellhog, 481 for the second baseman, number 1. And she puts a charge, and it is gone. One swing, one home run here. And where have we seen this before, Zach?
My goodness.
I think at AGWSR. Cooper. So just like that, Pleasant Valley, after getting the bases loaded on them, fighting out around that, all of a sudden jump on 1-0.
That was no one even close. No one even close. I mean, that was outstanding. That was a fastball left right over the heart of the plate, and she just got full extension. I mean, that was a perfect swing, a majestic swing, and a majestic home run, too. That was fun.
Wow, yeah, that ball just got out of here quickly. She cleared the bleachers out in left field. And a throw down and a great play, 5-3 on the putout as Fry fired it over to Span. Wow, for out number 1. Boy, was that close. That was bang bang over at first base.
Well, they show me their offense already is telling me why they're the defending 5A champs. I mean. That leadoff home run, that was smoked. I mean, that was not even close. And that was the 10th of the year of the leadoff spot for Spellhog. But that bunt right there, that's a great, well-placed bunt. And the speed out of your 2-batter Wood nearly beat that out. This is an impressive offense.
Yeah, the sad part is I didn't even get to announce her. That's how fast that was. It was Emily Wood, the center fielder, number 9. She hits 496 in the 2-hole. Now in the 3-hole here is Ellie Spellhog, the pitcher. She hits 494. And you go 481, 496, 494, 453 in the top 4.
8 starters back for Pleasant Valley from that championship team from a year ago. And, I mean, these guys are all staters. I mean, a lot of Spellhogs, or both of them are all staters. The pitching duo that they've got, these are outstanding players, and they just all seem to be together at once at Pleasant Valley. And what a luxury that is for Jose Lara in his second season.
Oh, Lara's got to just absolutely be loving that. There's a swing and a miss by Spellhog as she goes down on strikes for out number 2. That's going to bring up your first baseman, Alexi Lara. 453 on the season for the first baseman. And as a matter of fact, if I remember right, I believe she throws as well Yeah, she's 10-2 on the season. Is Alexia Lara?
Yeah, Alexia Lara, the Gatorade Player of the Year, signed with Drake University to play some softball, and Ellie Spellhog signed to play basketball at Division I Bradley. So I mean, we're talking about some athletes,
some
on this
really
team
good athletes
that can do a lot of good things.
Talk about a find for Pleasant Valley, huh? Boy, you just put this mix of girls together, and they were really, really good last year. They seem even better maybe this year.
That's possible.
So Lara stepping back in, 1-1 to count. And she smokes one to right field. And that's going to be a single. It gets down in front of the right fielder, Etzel. And it will be her first hit of the day. Second in the game here for Pleasant Valley. That's going to bring up Belle Lupkin. 380 on the season for the third baseman. Or Lupkin. As she gets ready to step in, Lara will be at first base here. There's a ground ball to the right side. House over to Span and for out number 3. 4-3 on the put out, but not before the damage is done. Pleasant Valley, 2 hits, and one of them, the long bomb by Spellhog. At the end of one, it is 1-0 in favor of Pleasant Valley. We'll be back right after this.
Is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
You just have to get their feet here on the pavement and be. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
Welcome back. The video replay of tonight's game will be available in its entirety later today on CISN.TV. From start to finish, you can see all your favorite highlights again. On CISN.TV, Brian Carlisle alongside Zach Carlisle, Doug Dillevin to my left. As we get ready to start here in the top half of the second, stepping in, Jessica Olander, number 44, the left fielder, hitting .243, takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. Lays off a little rise ball, 1-1 to count here. You get around an error in the first top of the first. Leave them as the base is loaded. You pitch your way out of it. You get a run. How does that help settle down Spellhog?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, even though she's a senior, there's still going to be jitters. You're pitching for a game to get you back to the championship game. I mean, that's what this is about. And, after that, because here's the other part about the inning for Spellhog. She felt like she was out of the inning 2 or 3 times. Based on the pitches she was making, they just weren't called for strikes. And when she finally did get that punch out of Span, you felt, she was fired up, and you just felt kind of a
exhale.
Okay, here we go, and now I can go do my thing. And if she settles in, West Des Moines Valley, good luck to you.
And right on cue, she punches Olander out, caught looking on the backwards K there, but boy, she painted the picture right there on the inside half of the plate. For out number 1, that's going to bring up Kendra Schramm. Know this name very, very well. I worked with her dad at one point in time. I don't remember her being like this. I remember her a lot younger. Want to know the count here?
A lot taller than you remember.
A little bit. 280 on the season for the designated player here.
West Des Moines Valley, they're hitting .328 as a team. Nothing spectacular, but it's solid enough to go with some pretty good pitching to get them to this point, 32-9. On the season, 15-1 at home. They were so good when they were playing at home, and And, I mean, they played Pleasant Valley. These two teams have played, and they've been one-run games. I mean, this has the makings of being another one of those classic games.
Yeah, and, even to a more of a point, I have a feeling you're not going to see a bunch of runs here. This is going to be dominant pitching, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 type of stuff. We've had one big run game.
I'm used to the low-scoring stuff. We've had it all day. It's been, but you know what? And that's the beauty of this sport. To me, baseball and softball tend to get that. They tend to get that quote unquote boring label kind of put on them, and the reason everybody talks about it is because of those lower-scoring games and the pitchers' duels. And they say, well, how can that be fun? That game that was nothing going to the 8 in Class 2A was tension-filled. I mean, it was just, there was anticipation all over the place. That was a really good effort.
Yeah, there's going to be a single right there from Kendra Schramm as she finds a spot right over the second baseman's head. And I tell you what, Spellhog gave everything she could. If she's about 2 inches taller, she probably makes that catch.
She got a glove on that. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. But, I mean, just back to that comment, and despite the game being low-scoring, 0-0, the quote-unquote boring game, I mean, it was full of energy and life in this ballpark. That's something that doesn't come along. I mean, and you can have a 9-8 game. Also, you feel that throughout a game, too. So, to me, the score doesn't mean necessarily that it's not a good baseball or softball game.
There was a lot of you had your overall game, but you had a lot of smaller games inside of that with the pitchers alone. Mm-hmm. And you may see that same thing here because you have two really, really strong pitchers.
And they're crafty too. They can work in and out. They can if they do get into trouble, they are confident enough in themselves to make the pitch to get out of it.
Yep. Stepping in, number 2 is Haley Etzel, hitting .370 on the season is the right fielder. And, boy, what a luxury for a Valley team to have such a, .370 as the 9-hitter. Boy, you're doing some work down there, and that's helping you come back around to get it up to a Honnold at .590.
Right.
I mean, that's good work on the bottom half.
And that's why you put her down there.
Same thing from Kendra Schramm. She gets that base hit and on that lower half. She's hitting .280 on the season. So you got a punch out right there on Etzel.
I think the common misconception is that the 9-hitter is the worst hitter
Always
in
has
the
been.
order, and I don't understand that. I think it's important to, and I think a lot of these coaches completely understand that. That needs to be a hitter that can recircle the lineup, that can bring you back to the top, and those are hitters that are very important to your lineup.
And speaking of the top of the lineup, Alex Honnold stepping in. She drew a walk her first time up. And we'll see here what she's able to do. I need to get the player on first base. She is running for Kendra Schramm, and I do not see her number. Valley has an interesting numbers on the front. It's up against the gray, so it's very hard to see.
Well, and they're not filled in numbers on the front. It's just an outline.
Yeah, it makes it very, very hard to see. So hopefully we can catch her here on the there's a ground ball on the left field side.
I've always said that people who make jerseys should always ask the broadcasters first if they're okay.
That is Hannah Youngworth, number 3.
There you go. The outline with nothing in it? No, that's no good.
No. I tell you what, we've seen some interesting uniforms, and I remember saying the same thing when we were down at basketball, when you've seen some really interesting colors, schemes. So just missing off the outside corner. 2-2 here with 2 out in the top half of your second inning. As it is starting to get a little dark, the lights are on. Prime time, Zach, prime time.
That's right.
The pitch. A little ground ball to your shortstop. And we're going to go 6-4 on the putout. And that will be the inning as it's 6-4, get Youngworth forced out, and that's going to do it here for the second inning. Do want to remember tonight's game is being brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers. From focusing on food safety to promoting animal care, from protecting Iowa's natural resources to enhancing the quality of life in their communities, The Iowa pig farmers are doing it right. To learn more, visit iowapork.org. And also, tonight's game is being brought to you by the Mid-American Energy. They put power in your hands and help keep families safe. To learn more, visit midamericanenergy.com. Well, we've an 8.5 in the books. Pretty good matchup on the hill. It's kind of what we've expected. I mean, I think we're thinking the same thing. You know, it's gonna be the fairly low scoring type of stuff.
Yeah, I think so, but I think the pressure will be more so on Claire Stalzer throughout this game because this lineup is so potent for Pleasant Valley. And I'll give you some numbers to kind of validate that here in a second.
Yeah, and I do want to give you an update. Still 1-0 on the other diamond, Indianola ahead of Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Winner of that one gets the winner of this one for the championship Friday night at 8 o'clock under the lights right here on Buena Vista Diamond. So, Buena Vista University Diamond. All right, 0-1 the count here as Peggy Klinger, your catcher, number 13, steps in, hitting .250 on the season. Pitch in there from Stalzer. Claire Stalzer back on the hill, giving up 2 hits so far and 1 run. The lefty. And there's a swing and foul ball straight back to the fence. So 1-2 the count here on Klinger. Leadoff batter here in the bottom half of the second inning here for Pleasant Valley. Yeah, I was going to see if you knew the. Got a little bit on this one. Is it gone? It is. Peggy Klinger, home run. As Pleasant Valley, all of a sudden putting the long ball into play.
They like these leadoff homers.
Leadoff from the game from Carly Spellhog, and now leadoff in the second inning from Peggy Klinger.
They've got in the mid-40s now for home runs on the season as a team, which is tops in Class 5A. And I was talking about how potent this lineup is right on cue there for Peggy Klinger. I mean, my goodness. That was a shot into left. Not quite as far as the opening home run of the game, but that is the 5th of the season for Klinger. And they're 5th in batting average as a team, Pleasant Valley. They are tied they're first in home runs now, and they are first in slugging percentage as a team at .582. So they get those extra base hits, not just the 40-some homers, but it's the 78 doubles and the triples. I mean, they've got double-digit triples this year. This team just hits. They hit for power, and they love to do it.
Wow, that ball got up quickly, too, as well. So now quickly a 2-0 lead here for Pleasant Valley. As stepping in is Caitlin Drish, designated player, hitting .333 on the season is number 15. But boy, pretty productive leadoff hitters from Pleasant Valley for both innings.
Yeah, it's impressive. Back-to-back, or the home run by Spellhog and the home run by Klinger. Yeah, Hoover, I was looking at some of these brackets in Class 4A. That's the one bracket that we really haven't had to be a chance to follow much. 3A and 4A we haven't seen much of. And Hoover, I mean, not only did they get to the championship game, they put a whooping on Sergeant Bluff Luton in 5 innings, 12-1.
That's what I'm telling you, man. We had to be over there if we wanted the action.
It's a lot
but
of
we
runs.
needed to be over here if we wanted to see stellar pitching.
Des Moines Hoover came into the tournament with just 19 wins.
Yeah.
And
they have some hitters.
All of a sudden wins 20 and 21.
They did a story.
They're playing for the championship.
I think it was either KCCI or Channel 13 WHO. Did a story on a couple of their hitters, and boy, they don't get cheated. They're pretty good. That's a lot of fun. That's a fun team to watch, win 12-1 in 5 innings, especially in a semifinal game. Remember, tonight, the video replay of tonight's game will be available in its entirety later on CISN TV from start to finish. You can see it all on your favorite highlights again on CISN.TV. There's a line out or a fly out to left field from Drish. Caught by Olander for out number 1. Now stepping in, Jesse Meyer, the right fielder, hitting .269 on the season. She's going to take her first crack with Stalzer. There's a foul straight back. You know, Zach, what we're seeing here is Pleasant Valley is really getting they're getting locked on, because you're seeing a lot of balls straight back against the fence, which means you're right there. You're locked in pretty well.
Yeah, they're seeing the ball well. And I think that's what all these hitters do. They have great vision at the plate. They have great discipline at the plate. But they can anticipate when they think a fastball's coming, they're going to jump on it, and then they have the power to do so.
And that one on cue, she does jump on. That's going to be another one out to Olander. So quickly 2 outs in the inning here, and both are put out by Olander on a fly out to left field. So that's going to bring up number 2, Mallory Lefevre. 196 on the season for the shortstop, as she's getting ready to step in with her first attempt with Stalzer. Quickly 2-0 here. Three hits on the day here for Pleasant Valley so far. Called strike right there on Lefevre.
2 of them long balls, both to left center too. They have right-handed hitters that have great extension that get out in front of the ball.
And there's a swing and a little ground ball. We're going 4-3 on that put out. House to Span, and the side is retired. So that will do it here after 2. Your score 2-0 in favor of the Spartans from Pleasant Valley. We will be right back right after this.
This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa. And here, we don't just dream, we make history.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
All right, welcome back here. Zach Carlisle, Brian Carlisle, alongside me with Doug Dillevan doing the producing here in this 5th game for us tonight, as we have had a lot of fun here up here in Fort Dodge. So we're going to move to the top of the 3rd. It'll be Decker, House, and Stalzer for the Tigers. Decker, a strikeout victim, her first time up. 0-1 the count now from Spellhog, as she is ready to go. The pitch there's a swing, gets the ball down, and it's fair ball, and it's going to be a hit. Infield hit there for Decker. Swing and bunt.
That's what Valley needs. They need those, just a couple to go their way, get a couple of base runners, try to put some pressure on Spellhog.
So now with Decker on first, it's going to bring up Maggie House, the second baseman, hitting .375, a single her first time at the plate. And she's looking to put the bunt down. She does. Great hustle out of Lucan. Fires across to Lara. So 1 out here. So House with the sacrifice.
Taking the bat out of their 3 hitters' hands. I mean, I know you need some runs and you need runners in scoring position. I was a little interested in that decision. I didn't know if that was what they were going to do with head coach Tom Bakey.
I guess I'm with you on that one. You're still fairly early in the game.
Right. You
let her swing away. You know, she's a .375 hitter, but I also get the point of you've got to try to get something scratched out here. There's a foul ball down the third base line.
And you're going to need a base hit anyway, so, I mean, you're taking it out of your 3 hitters' hands who, can swing the bat. I don't know. That's interesting.
You almost give the out away. I mean, that's what you're doing. You're essentially just giving that out away.
375 average, but
so 1-1 the count now.
Either
2-1.
way, either way, somebody's going to have to get a base hit.
Yeah. So do you do it here or did you do it back there?
And you get a couple of chances here. I mean, so there are some benefits, but interesting.
Yep. The pitch, a swing. There's a line shot. That one is going to score no matter what. So coming around is Decker.
That's why I don't coach. I mean, that's exactly right. I mean, they backed it up. They needed the base hit, and Stalzer helping herself.
Stalzer definitely helping herself. Wow, boy, did she put that thing. Olivia Agee is now out going to run for Stalzer, but boy, Stalzer put a charge in that ball. That was a one bounce to the fence.
Valley needed that one badly, and that was a rope for a double, and that's good stuff. I mean, that's a swing of the bat. That's quick hands. Well done.
There's a swing. Third baseman fires across. Lara squeezes it up. 6-3 on the putout.
She didn't let that bounce again. She played that on the high hop, and that was brilliant. If that thing hits the floor, if that thing hits the dirt one more time, she does not make that play at first base. That was a really good job of anticipating that and making a strong throw.
And that may even get under her glove. She may not even have a shot. That ball's pushed down the right field line. Oh! And a diving catch out of Meyer to secure the out. An unbelievable catch, completely laid out. The left-hander squeezing it up. Well, that makes us lefties feel good.
Those are two really incredible defensive plays. That one better than the last, but that one was incredible. Full extension in right field, laying out on the foul line. That tells me Jesse Meyer wants to win this game.
So, wow, that was just one heck of a catch down there. I mean, I don't know how far away from the fence she was, but she full extension lays out with the catch to retire the side. So not before. Valley, though, does scratch out a run on 2 hits and 1 left on. We'll just keep it right here, Doug, on this time. But what a great defensive effort right there. But I tell you what, Stalzer came up looking for that fastball early, got it early, ropes it out to left center field to get Valley on the board.
Yeah, that's a big hit. That's exactly what they needed. And I tell you what, Valley ties this game and maybe takes the lead in this game if Meyer does not make that catch, because she is diving full extension. If it goes past her to the wall, that's an easy double, triple. That's an easy triple.
Triple for sure.
If not, trying to round third and maybe trying to score, because the center fielder Wood was not all the way over there yet. So that would have been really interesting. That was a great catch.
Yep, so here we go now. We're going to go ahead and get right back up to the top of the lineup here for Pleasant Valley as Carly Spellhog, who led off the game with a home run, a no-doubter, and that thing might still be going.
My goodness.
As she steps back in, and now 2-0 the count on this young lady. 2-1 your score, as Valley actually has 4 hits on the day and still trails 2-0. So 2-1 the count now, as we are in the bottom half of your third inning here, and what's turning out to be a really, really dynamite game here. 2-2 now as Stalzer battles back. Comes the pitch. Tell you what, this young lady does not get cheated at the
No,
plate.
my goodness, no. I mean,
she uses the whole body.
She puts together outstanding at-bats. She's hitting .481. She's slugging double that at .817. She's got double-digit homers. She's got 15 doubles. I mean, there's just not much she doesn't do. And she's in the leadoff spot. I mean, that's hard to drive in over 40 runs in the leadoff spot in high school softball. So that's impressive.
That's telling me that she's getting runners on the lower half those people are getting on for her.
Well, and that just tells you how good they are 1 through 9.
Yeah.
To have the bottom of the order produce, get on base, all of a sudden you go back up. RBI chance. She's going to take advantage.
And it's a full count here on Spellhog. Second baseman giving it, and she gets a swing, and boy, does she put a rope into that ball. Right back up the middle on that single. And I tell you, I watched Stalzer, and she had no chance to get a glove over. That was a hard hit ball.
She actually, because that was a breaking ball, and so to hit it like that on a breaking ball, that's really good. She actually got out in front of it with her top half, but because her hands stayed back and she has so much strength, she can get in front of it, and she still has time to recover and just kind of smash it out there into center field.
There's the sacrifice bunt she does get that done. There's Wood again. she is just fun to watch. She gets in there, just does her job, gets back to the bench, and she's good. Sacrifice bunt by her. That does push Shellhog to second. It's going to bring up Ellie Spellhog, the pitcher, struck out her last time up. One down here in the inning. Let's see if Sister can get Sister in here, huh?
I bet they've done it multiple times this season.
Big swing, foul back off the fence. 0-1 the count here. As Pleasant Valley trying to tack on another one here at least.
If I didn't know what seed Pleasant Valley was, I would guess 1 just based on the look of this team. They look like a number 1 seed. They look like a defending champion. They just have that about them. They come up to the plate. They're not nervous. They're calm. They know what they're expecting. They're powerful. They can do a little bit of everything. The pitching. They look like
the demeanor.
A top dog.
Their demeanor.
Yeah.
There's a calm, cool collectiveness about them, I guess is kind of what I kind of picked up on that as well. Just didn't really know how to put it in. They're just very calm, very cool, very collected, but very aggressive when they step in.
And I think that it's a credit to Jose Lara. He's in his second season, and they're 1 win away from their second straight title game. So, he's kind of...
There's a rope out to right field. A great job by Etzel to track that more than anything. She did a great job in right field.
Not an easy ball to catch.
No, not at all. But she did the right thing, which is what we were talking about earlier in one of the games. She stepped straight back.
Yeah, she planted, and she was able to just kind of get a gauge on it. When it's that, it was a higher than eye level, but it wasn't that much higher than eye level, and it was a line drive. So I completely know how difficult those are to catch, and that was well done.
Intentional walking, Lara to bring up.
You have to. The base open at 2 outs.
Lupkin.
You can't. You can't give Lara a chance.
No.
You can't just give her a chance to beat you.
I don't give that young lady any chances to beat me. A little low on that pitch from Stalzer.
Lara, 453, slugging 769, driven in 38. She's just done so many good things at the plate. If you have a base open, you'll walk her.
You go ahead and put her on that base that's open. This is fouled back quickly. It's 1-1 here now on Lupkin. 380 on the season. She grounded out. So Bell stepping back in. 1-1 here on her bottom half of the third inning. Slap down the right field line.
Grounded out to second her last time up. That was back in the first. She's a good hitter, though, to kind of protect Lara and Spellhog in the order.
She does a good job of putting the bat on the ball. She's going to force your defense. And just on cue, that one, just a great pitch from Stalzer to retire the side. So down that strikeout. That'll end the inning here. And so we have played 3 innings of play here. 2-1 your score in favor of Pleasant Valley. We'll be right back right after this.
Sales of the year at Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola. During the Ford Summer Sales Event in Indianola, get 0% for 60 months, plus up to $10,000 off select new 18 Ford F-150 XLTs. 0% for 72 months, plus $1,000 on select new 18 Edge, Escape, and Explorers. You get all of the rebates, incentives, and discounts, plus more for your trade. 0% for 60 months, plus up to $10,000 off select new F-150s won't last. Only at Schottenkirk Ford, Indianola. SchottenkirkFord.com.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Follow along with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and CISN.TV on social media. Like us on Facebook and give us a follow on Twitter as well. CISN TV is your social media platform for all things at the state tournament. Brian Carlisle along with Zach Carlisle as we are bringing you this Class 5A action and our nightcap here for us. The last one of the day for the CISN group. 6-0 on the other diamond as Indianola has put up 5 somewhere in an inning or two there, because it was 1-0 at one point in time, our last look in. So we're going to go ahead and jump over here to the top of the 4th as Jessica Olander will lead off here for Valley. A push to the right side. Lara picks it up, and it is out number 1. That'll be 3 unassisted for out number 1. It's going to bring up Kendra Schramm, number 8. Singled her last time up.
She re-enters now as the designated player after getting pinch ran for after reaching with a singler last time.
Yep, Youngworth ran for her. Re-enters to hit here. Big cut, 0-1 the count. You know, for Valley, it may take somebody on this lower half to get something special going, get a run, get a gapper, get a double, do something to let that top half have a shot at this. You know, because just what you've seen in that the other last half, Lara with the base open, you put that best hitter to stick her on first base, you get out of the inning.
Yeah, you have to. You have to play those games, too. And West Des Moines Valley, it's going to be tough. This is a good pitching staff, and this is a good pitcher in Ellie Spellhog.
So Schramm strikes out. So quickly, 2 outs in the inning. That's going to bring up Etzel. Etzel strike out her last time up as well.
So Tom Bakey, 22nd season at Valley. So good. I mean, he's been so good. How about 829 wins against 201 losses? It's his 12th time taking this team to state. They're making their 16th trip and their 6th in a row. They've got 6 titles. They haven't won the title since 2010, though. And because of how good Tom Bakey's been, he is going to be the recipient of the IGHSAU Golden Plaque of Distinction Award. So he'll be honored Friday before the 5A title game.
Okay.
He's hoping his Tigers are then playing in that 5A title game
How
tomorrow.
special would that be for him to do that? Boy, think about that. We've seen a guy with 47 years. Would you say 22nd here? The longevity of these coaches, and then we look over and Lara's in his second year.
He's in his second.
And his first year was a title.
It's pretty good stuff. I mean, Jake Kuhlbeck of Iowa City Regina's in his first, and then he's got those Regals in the championship game again. So, I mean, pretty cool stuff.
I may feel really old, but does he look like he's 20? The coach from Regina. Oh. I'm gonna tell him he looks really young.
Jake Kuhlbeck, yeah, he's a younger guy.
He's a young dude.
He is a very good coach.
Yes, he has that team playing really, really well. They're going to be fun. That's going to be a good title game with Regina.
I anticipate a lot of good title games tomorrow. I think our friends at IPTV Sports are going to have a lot of good ones in all classes. I think there's going to be some special games.
Yeah, we just
Friday.
Seeing the big dog over here just walk behind is Paul Yeager from Iowa Public Television, as there's a shot right back to Spellhog, and she goes 1-2-3. 1-3 on the put out. There's the third out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 third for West Des Moines as they go down in order. That's going to take us to the bottom half of your fourth inning. We're just going to keep it right here and kind of talk about these matchups with Class 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, and then obviously this one going on here. Class 1A in the championship, it will be Collins Maxwell against IGHSAU, and I tell you, that one has the making of being something really special with the pitching of those two. Then you jump over to 2A. You got Louisa Muscatine and Iowa City Regina, the 6th seed, getting on and beating the number 2 seed Des Moines Christian. And so Regina and Muscatine will do battle in 2A. In Class 3A, this one might be the most intriguing of everything just because of your numbers, but you've got the top seed, Davenport Assumption, and you look down and say, yep, I think Roland Story is going to come off that bottom half as a 6th seed. They beat the number 3 Waterloo Columbus, knock off the number 2 in Albia, and Roland Story is going to be playing for a state championship on Friday at 3:30. And then in 4A, it's ADM, and it's going to take on Des Moines Hoover, and we're working right now towards the other half of getting 5A done.
I think 4A is even crazier with number 1 seed ADM and number 7 seed Des Moines Hoover, who beat Charles City pretty handily and then beat Sergeant Bluff Luton handily. They are cruising to the title game, and ADM scored 18 runs in 2 games here in Fort Dodge, so there's some really fun stuff.
There is a shot by Peg Klinger down the left field line. She's going to take the big turn, but she will not go. The catcher, home run, first one. Now I thought, you know what, in the 4th, I'm just going to get that single out of the way. And she's been on twice so far, so Peggy Klinger having a really good game here. And she is going to be ran for by number 4 for Pleasant Valley. That is Caitlin Crome.
Leadoff batter's been aboard via the hit in each inning tonight for Pleasant Valley, and that's just another part of this offense where they put pressure on you right away when you're pitching. So, I mean, you got to deal with them, and they're busy on the bases all the time.
It's as instant as they step into the batter's box. Caitlin Drish now, the designated player, number 15, stepping in. Chrome at first base. There's a swing and a foul ball.
And remember, Class 1A championship game, AGWSR, Ackley, Geneva, Wellsburg, Steamboat Rock.
Yep.
Trivia question.
Trivia question.
That's the trivia question of the day.
Might be one of the best one for the tournament.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. All right, so Drish now stepping back in. 0-1 the count to her. And she pushes a bunt to the pitcher. And a great job. I thought she was going to try to go to second, but instead stalls her over to first. 2-span. 1-3 on that. And Crome does advance to second base on that. Great job. I thought Stalzer was going to try to force that play to second. But instead, she goes to first. 1 out here in the inning. That's going to bring up Jessie Meyer, your right fielder. 269 on the season. She flew out her last at bat. And a foul ball straight back. There's old Doc. That's the Webster City Lynx football doctor walking through here. Oh, and 1 the count here to Meyer. Runner on second is Crome. There comes the pitch here. Bottom half of your 4th, 2-1 your score. There's a swing and a shot caught by Fry. So a line out to Fry, line out to 5. 2 outs here in the inning. Keeps Crome at second base. It's going to bring up Mallory Lefevre.
So we talked about AGWSR, right? So that's kind of the general trivia question. But there's that one, and then there's BCLUW, too, in the state of Iowa.
Yeah, that's Battle Creek. It's not Ida Grove, though. It's Battle Creek and I'm done after that.
It makes up the area of Beeman, Liscum. Beeman, Conrad, Liscum, Union, and Whitten.
Yeah, it's not Battle Creek. I can't listen to Doug. That's the area right around Albion with the Union and the Whitten and then that. Matter of fact, Lori is from that area.
Right.
Liscum. That's the one I couldn't. All right.
Beeman, Conrad, Liscum, Union, and Whitten.
Okay.
BCLUW.
All right. Well, there you go. There's your other trivia, folks.
We're just full of information today.
The pitch just missed on the outside corner. 1-2 the count here. 2 down in the inning. 2-1 your score here as Pleasant Valley scored on back to homer in the first, homer in the second, and got the lead off on here in the third and the fourth, just not able to do anything with it, and still not as Lefevre goes down on strikes for your third out in the inning. So that's going to do it. So after 4, your score, Pleasant Valley 2 and West Des Moines Valley 1. We will be back as we get ready for the 5th inning here in Fort Dodge.
Welcome to Fairway, where we're not a mega food, fashion, fitness, you name it center. For 80 years, we've been your neighborhood meat and grocery store, focused on cutting you the highest quality meats for your backyard barbecue, providing the freshest ingredients for your summer salad, and making sure your shopping trip is as easy and sweet as Grandma's blueberry pie. So while others try to put it all under one roof, at Fairway, we put our all into meat and grocery.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
All right, welcome back here to Fort Dodge. Brian Carlisle, Zach Carlisle, as we begin the top half of the 5th. We're going to jump to the top of the lineup here for the Tigers. The leadoff hitter, Alex Honold, as she gets ready for her at-bat.
So we're in the 5th, and this is the 3rd time through, so it's actually been some chances here for Valley to do some things. I mean, they sent 6 to the plate in the first, and then 4, and then they're putting together some at bats. But when you only have 1 run to show for it on those 4 hits, that's when it gets challenging.
And a pitcher in the caliber of Spellhog on the mound, she's not going to keep giving these chances.
Well, it's hard to get back to back. I mean, to string hits together against Spellhog is a challenge.
1-1 the count. There's a ground ball to third base. Firing across and does. Lubkin to Lara for out number 1. 5-3 on your put out. 1 down here in the inning. It's going to bring up Megan Decker, your center fielder. Singled her last time up. 1 for 2 on the day for the young lady. And as I've been going along here, Zach, I've just kind of been watching how Spellhog is approaching, really painting the outside corner on the left hitter, on the left side. I mean, look at that. She's staying right there. She is forcing you to come to her. And that's what a good pitcher does. She doesn't give you anything to really tee off on it. She's done a really good job of that. 2-0, there's a ground ball again, and that one is going to be an error on your third baseman. Let's see if they do put that up. I'm assuming they are going to. And they do. So E5, and it will be a Decker on first base, as Lubkin could not get that thing corralled. Your final score on the other diamond, Indianola does defeat Jefferson and will play for the state title on Friday night at 8 o'clock.
And what did you say that final was?
6-0. There is a great bunt, but House was just pushed a little foul. 6-0 your score there. And so Jefferson will be playing for the third place game.
That's a good program in Cedar Rapids, Jefferson.
Oh, absolutely.
You know about that program really well.
Well, good to see him back. I mean, back, 70s, 80s, that was softball in Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, and Cedar Rapids schools in general.
Oh, yeah.
Was really good. There's a pitch.
Xavier and Jefferson and all those.
Well, Xavier and LaSalle, those guys never existed back in that time frame because it would have been a LaSalle and Regis at that point in time. And then when they combined and became Xavier, that became a really stellar program.
No doubt.
They actually got beat here in the opening round, but they did win their second round game, or they're on the loser side.
Consolation game.
They beat Dallas Center Grimes actually 11-0. So that's a good that's a good softball team as well over there. 1-2 the count here as Maggie House stepping in, one down in your inning. Decker at first base, and Spellhog ready to fire. And misses outside. 2-2. And Zach, as we go along here in this game, you're starting to feel that grind again. That just that tension and everything. You can start. You're feeling it. You're feeling it just sitting here.
Whoa, that was a smooth flip to second.
Great play by the second baseman. As Carly Spellhog kicks it to Lefevre, gets the out at second, but not able to get the out at first. Four to six. But not able to get House at first base on that transfer.
And no error on the play.
Nope. So it'll be Stalzer coming up quick on the bat, on the swing, takes it down the left field line, not able to keep it fair though.
But Spellhog at second base, I mean, she just makes that look so easy, and it's not easy to do. Just a smooth little backhand flip, and Lefevre did a great job of getting to the bag, and then the throw just a little wide, just rushing it just a little bit.
There's a shot. There's Spellhog on cue to Lara, and it's inning over. 4-3 on the putout. That'll be the third out of the inning. The 2018 Iowa High School Girls State Tournament is heating up here in Fort Dodge. For the most comprehensive coverage of the tournament, check out IGHSAU.org. It is your source for up-to-date scores, stats, stories, and promotional events throughout this tournament. Check it out. Log on to IGHSAU.org. And, of course, tonight's game is being brought to you by Fairway Food Stores. From grilling season to crock pot weather, Fairway is the best at choice beef. Visit your local Fairway today. So, Zach, as we get to the bottom half of the fifth inning here, the pressure's still obviously on Valley to get a run, but it really switches to Stalzer because she also has to minimize this potent lineup.
Well, she's going to keep this game 2-1. She absolutely has to. If it gets any further, West Des Moines Valley is going to be in trouble, and the Tigers are going to have a hard time because I have a feeling Spellhog is starting to kind of settle in really nicely in the circle.
Yep.
And if she gets in a groove with a big lead, no chance. So you have to keep this 2-1, and you have to keep putting the pressure back on the opposing pitcher.
Spellhog so far, giving up 4 hits on the day. I mean, that's impressive. You're keeping a swinging Valley team down as well. So let's see what happens here with Stalzer. There's a swing, a ground ball. Fry. And it gets away from Span. And quickly, Carly Spellhog gets on.
She just makes plays. I mean, it's like she casts, and no pun intended here with her name, but it's like she casts a spell on those defenders where they feel like they have to do something spectacular.
Absolutely.
And then the throw's rushed, and all of a sudden she's at second base. I mean, she just has that effect on people.
Yep.
Right
totally
now,
agreed.
and on defenders where she doesn't have to necessarily get a hit, but she still might be on second base because she makes you do stuff that you're not used to doing and doing them faster, and all of a sudden an error.
That's going to bring up Emily Wood, the center fielder, hitting .496. She's finally going to get to take a swing here. She does, but it's a fly out to Span for the first out of the inning. Still with Spellhog on second base. That's going to bring up her sister, Ellie Spellhog, who lined out to right field her last time up. And she actually put a pretty good charge into the ball, but the right fielder, Etzel, made a great play on her.
And that was with Carly at second base in that at-bat as well.
Yes. So the pitch to Spellhog. A rip to left field, and that's a line shot. Carly Spellhog will score, and Spellhog's going to get down, and she is safe with a triple. Boy, she put a rip into that ball.
And she won't be credited with a triple.
No, it's going to be a single in there.
A single and a two-base error. No RBI yet. Well, no, she won't get an RBI. And it's right now it's an unearned, and that will be an unearned run.
They have not put it up that.
It'll be a hit, but it'll also be an error.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the air side because there was already an error up there.
Yeah, that's the second error of the inning for Valley, and that will be their second one of the game as well. And so that's an unearned run against Stalzer because Carly Spellhog reached on an error. So no RBI, no.
They still haven't stuck that error up there. I'm just waiting to see if they're going to. I agree with you on this hard single in the air because she didn't move. She just couldn't get the glove down on it.
The error on the left fielder is what allowed the run to score.
So they're going to walk Lara. Not going to let her do anything.
To get to third. Oh, yeah, you got two bases open. I might be walking everybody here. That's her second straight intentional pass.
Yes, Lupkin now is going to be coming up. So first and third.
I just think they haven't added it to the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
But there's definitely two errors.
Boy, did she put a charge in that ball. And that got on to Olander so quickly. She had no chance of getting the glove up far enough to even get it. So Lupkin will come up. We're going to get a pinch runner here, maybe for Lara. Yep, looks like it. Number 12. So Lara's going to take.
Jordan Edwinson is going to run.
What? No, this should be Jordan Edwinson.
Correct. Actually, there's two 12s on the roster. So.
Okay, I'm going to go with Mara.
Maybe it is Mara McClyman. Interesting. They got a freshman and 8th grader. They both apparently were 12.
Shot to left field. That one's going to get down in front of Olander as well. And a single and an RBI for Lupkin. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a 4-1 game here.
And that right now is an unearned run, but that could change based on what happens here later in this inning because that runner should only be at third base.
So McClyman is out at second and Lupkin at first. And a big hack from Klinger. And this young lady's had a really good night at the plate. A home run and a single so far for her. So we'll see what she can do with this at bat. And all of a sudden, you see Pleasant Valley kind of found a groove here in this inning. And that leadoff in Spellhog really set the tone on this inning. So you've had two hits in the inning, and it's singles at best. Not really sure what that was.
Well, all of a sudden it just got
really dead quiet in here. 7 hits in the inning, or 7 hits on the day here so for Pleasant Valley.
I don't know if that was a warning to someone or
I think it was a warning on the bench. They don't like what something they said.
Dug out there. Interesting.
So Klinger stepping in, 1-1 the count, 1 down in the inning. There's a swing that's going to go to the right side. That's going to get down as well and then find its way. And we're going to have bases loaded. And that's just a C&I single right there. There's nothing you can do with that one.
And now that run is changed to an earned run Ellie Spellhog's run. So that now becomes earned against Claire Staltzer.
Yep, we've got Caitlin Chrome going to come back in and run for Klinger. She's 3 for 3 on the day. What a great night! What a great day for her on the plate.
And this has a chance for Pleasant Valley to absolutely blow this game wide open.
Yep, sitting at 4-1, and right now you got Drish coming up.
And they're one swing away from this being 8-1.
Yeah. And Stalzer fires low. And Coach Lara down there at third base, he's coaching the whole time and talking to him, and boy, he's just a ball of energy. A lot of fun to watch.
And you can see that transfers to the kids too, and they enjoy playing the game.
Swing and a ball out of play from Drish. No, that didn't get to us. Hopefully. 1-1 the count here. 4-1 your score is 2 have plated in this inning so far. Spellhawks scored. Actually, both Spellhawks scored here in the inning. 1-2 the count. Caitlin Drish trying to really put a dagger in Valley here if she can find a way to get a hit. And she fouls that one straight back. And that one hits up here on top, and boy, when that thing hits metal, it's loud. We'll do it again. 1-2. 1 down here in the bottom half of your 5th inning. The Spartans from Pleasant Valley trying to put a dagger. And a big swing and a miss out on strikes. 2 down now here for Pleasant Valley. This is going to bring up Jessie Meyer, the right fielder. She lined out to the third baseman last at bat to Fry. But still, with 2 outs, they still have a chance to really put a big number up on the board.
4th strikeout of the game for Claire Stalzer.
There's a swing. That ball's going to get down.
It's just too much foul ground. There's just too much to try to make that type of play.
That ball's got to stay up a little bit longer. That was only 10 feet in the air. So Meyer stepping back in. On deck is Mallory Lefevre, if it does come to her here. Swing and a ground ball. That's going to get through. Gets out to center field. We're going to get a throw in, and a great stop by Span. That's going to score McClellan, and that's going to score Lupkin. And that is a big, big hit right there for Meyer as she gets a single, moves up on the throw, but a 2 RBI at bat for her, and now it's 6-1. And I don't know that Pleasant Valley's done yet. Mallory Lefevre now stepping in. 4 in the inning so far here for the Spartans. Stalzer ready to step back in. Actually, this will be your number 9 hitter coming to the plate. This will be the 9th batter coming to the plate.
I don't know how to beat this team. I don't know how you beat this team. They're so talented. This offense just comes at you. And the pitching is really good too. So
I gotta believe it's going to be very, very interesting to see if they advance here. You know, they're looking really good to advance.
It looks good, but it's not.
But
over
number
yet.
1 against number 2 in 5A should be a really fun game with Indianola. Indianola pretty solid.
I think that's the only 1-2 if it gets to be that.
Yep, 2-0 now here on Lefevre.
It'd be the only 1-2 championship game of the entire tournament in all 5 classes.
Yeah, how crazy is that? The pitch, little low.
Pleasant
now
Valley
3-0.
Pleasant Valley is seeking to become the 5th 1 seed, however, though. All 4 1 seeds have made it to their respective championship games. Pleasant Valley looking to make that an even sweep on the top half.
Now, I got to tell you, in your 2A game, that was a little bit in question for quite a long time.
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it.
There's a walk to Lefevre, and we're heading right back up to the top of the order, and this couldn't get any worse for Fear Valley right now.
Now you just have to get out of it. If you can find it, you just need one.
And
just work on getting the one out, and then you go from there. You don't have to worry about, hey, we're down 5 right now. Just get the out, and then when you come to the plate, then start to say, all right, how can we try to attack this?
It's just scary that the young lady stepping in is Carly Spellhog.
Yeah, that's not who you want up.
Not if you're Valley. You just got to find a way here. I mean, you've already rolled the inning. So we're moving on. This is the 10th batter to come to the plate here for Pleasant Valley, as Carly Spellhog now is going to step in. It couldn't get any worse if you're Valley, or right now. You have to somehow get this young lady out.
Yeah, you just have to, and then they had her out to start the inning. So I mean, that's what's challenging about it.
So here we go. The pitch. First pitch in there, called strike. Good pitch right there by Stalzer. Spellhog getting back in. A single and a home run so far on the day.
Just one earned run in the inning.
Yep.
Charged to Stalzer.
And that's high and away. 1-1 now the count.
So she's given up 4, but Spellhog reached on an error. And because of that, the inning should be over. So those last 2 runs that scored were also unearned.
To an unearned side. So here we go. Stalzer fires. And a big hack right there from Spellhog. Boy, she was just reaching back to let it go. 1-2 now, the count on this young lady. This would be a big out to get here if you're Valley, to try to minimize the damage to only make it a 5-run game, because you only got 2 more at bats, 3 more at bats. Oh yeah, 2.
And this doesn't have to be a strikeout. You just have to find a way.
A little low. 2-2 now.
And I'd say it's okay to walk her, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Even with the bases, maybe it is. I don't know.
You've shut down Wood, all 3 at bats. So I guess you see what you do here, right here. And now we're going to full count, which also means you're going to put the runners in play.
If she gets this thing in the outfield, 3 runs will score.
So here we go. Let's see what happens. The runners will be moving on the pitch.
Boy, is this a big spot.
This is a huge spot, and you can feel it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball out of play. Huge spot in the game right here if you're West Des Moines Valley.
Katie Newman, the Valley catcher, she was kind of retreating back to the fence, and as that thing went out of play, she just kind of hopped up and down a couple of times like, man, that was the pitch to get her out. She knew it. Now they have to make that pitch again.
Yep, here we go. The pitch. And a rip and a shot that's going to get to the fence. There's 1 run in, 2 runs in. You're looking to get 3 in. The throw home is late and not in time, and a huge spot from Spellhog. A double. 3 ribbies on that one. And a game that just is getting away from Valley now. 3 runs plated, 9-1 is your score.
And again, just 1 earned run in this inning for Stalzer. It's been a tough inning for the Valley Tigers.
And let's see if we're going to make the change here. I got to believe they are. And Indianola just got this handed to me, had like 17 strikeouts in their game.
Well,
they threw 17 strikeouts?
If that pitching goes up against this offense, there's your matchup that'll decide the game.
I could remember, but I got to think back. I remember last year because Waukee brought in a really, really good pitcher. And I remember these guys doing the same thing to them. Valley is going to bring in number 11 now.
It's Olivia Roush who's going to step in.
11, Olivia Roush. So you're going to go, 5 2/3 for Stalzer?
Now pitching for West Des Moines Valley, number 11, Olivia Roush.
4 2/3. Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes, 4 2/3. I wrote that wrong. 4 2/3. So 4 2/3 out of Stalzer. Just this inning, just the wheels just fell off for the young lady. So
a couple of intentional walks. I'm just trying to put her line together.
Yeah, I was trying to do the same thing.
4 punch outs, and I have 3 walks.
Yep.
4 strikeouts. She is responsible for Spellhog at second base.
Yep.
So her line is not completely in the books yet. But if Roush can get this last out, then that would finalize her line.
Okay.
Because right now I've got 9 runs, 3 earned to Stalzer. 6 unearned runs in this game.
Giving up the 10 hits. And that's going to bring to the plate Emily Wood, and she's probably happy just to maybe get a chance to swing a bat a little bit here. 0 for 3 on the day.
And she's really only swung it once. I mean, she's laid down 2 bunts to try to move runners.
She did fly out her last at bat to the third baseman.
Yeah, popped
it up. So as we just about maybe put the finishing touches on this 5th inning, all of a sudden Pleasant Valley just went to work. And there's a pitch outside 1-2.
Well, and this
a lot of damage.
And this is the game-winning run. So if they scored 2 more,
it would be over.
That would be over because of the 10-run rule that would apply in the 5th inning or later.
10 after 5. And there's a swing. There's going to be a ground ball to your second baseman. 4-3 on the put out. And that will end the inning as it went house to span. But not before Pleasant Valley puts up 7 and really has got the Valley on the ropes here. 7 runs, 5 hits. 2 errors on that inning and 1 left back on the base there. So we've got 9-1 score here. Zach, as you're looking at it, and we are going to have a pitching change as well. Spellhog is going to come off, and it will now be Lara. Alexia Lara now will throw. So you're going to get 5 innings of work out of Spellhog. Lara now. And so who do they have at first base? Number 11. Okay. So you have number 11 now. Carly Lundry is now playing first base and will take over for Drish. Okay. So your first baseman is there. You now have Alexia Lara will now be pitching. And I'm not totally sure. Did Spellhog stay in the game? I don't know. I don't think she did. So Spellhog.
Well, I think she will.
Probably to hit.
And I think she's going to change to the designated player.
Yeah, so she can now still bat.
So she can still hit.
All right, we're going to jump over here now. Hannah Fry, number 7, stepping in here for Valley. And it feels like it's been an hour since Valley was up to the plate. Time. So the third baseman stepping in, takes ball 1 here. And again, this is, right now for Valley, this is just about getting some runners and just feeling a little bit of getting some confidence back here. Ran into a buzzsaw that last half inning. Pitch in there, strike, 1-1. So a little number here on Alexia Lara. She is 10-2 on the season, 88 innings pitched. And she has, 88 strikeouts, 86 strikeouts on the season for this young lady, 1.34 ERA. Coming into the tournament here.
So our final numbers on our starters, we'll talk about that here after this pitch.
Foul ball.
Those are all finalized. Ellie Spellhog for Pleasant Valley, 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts tonight. And then for Claire Stalzer, 4 2/3. The final line, 9 runs, 3 earned, 10 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
And boy, she actually threw very well until that last inning.
Yeah, just couldn't get that third out.
Just couldn't get number 3.
Just couldn't get that third out, and it was just with the hitting and just back to back and stringing them together and putting base runners on and bases clearing double. I mean, it just mounted up. But again, they weren't earned runs. They weren't technically her fault. The inning should have been over.
So Fry doing battle still here. Full count with Lara. And if you're Valley, you just get somebody on. We need to just get some confidence, get a few runners on, get a few runs in. Let's see how they do here. Lara fires, and Fry takes a walk. Leadoff batter on here in the top of the 6th. Because if you're Valley right now, all you're thinking about is outs.
Oh, yeah.
You got 6 to work with. That's it. Make them all count here. So
yeah, to have it shot, you got to have just a ton of base runners. I mean, you got to string a bunch of stuff together.
Stepping in now. Big swing and a foul ball straight back.
And if they don't score, it could be their last chance to hit because Pleasant Valley would only need 2 for that run rule. So I mean, you just don't know if this is your last time coming to the plate.
Yeah, you may not get 6
before tomorrow.
Comes the pitch. Called strike. 0-2 now as Lara finds the strike zone on that pitch.
And the loser of this one will play Cedar Rapids Jefferson tomorrow in the Friday in the consolation game.
7 p.m.
At 7 o'clock. But that's on Diamond 2.
Yep.
8 o'clock Friday night championship game here in 5A.
Right here on this diamond. Buena Vista University Diamond. As Iowa Public Television and Paul Yeager and his group, and tell you what, they do a fantastic job. That'll be a lot of fun for them to jump in and start doing the 1As and 2As, working towards that 5A championship. There's a swing foul ball down the left field line. And they will have all 5. I know Laura Leonard will be with, I'm not sure who she's with, but I know she'll be on the call, I think probably 3, 4, and 5A, I believe. So she did some games with Dar this morning here to get just to see some exposure of these teams.
And I think it's Dar and Hunter over there that did the Indianola
finished up
contest.
And look at this hustle to the fence. It hits on the top of the dugout. And Span will do it again here. I'm not going to jinx it, but we got lucky without the weather. Everybody was thinking they were going to get some rain over here, and it ended up being just a beautiful night here.
And tomorrow will be the question.
Yes, tomorrow will be the question. So 0-2 the count here. Nobody down here in the top of the 6th for Valley. Swing and a foul ball, and Span making Lara throw some pitches here.
And I'll say this: I'm glad it's Thursday, Friday championships, because in case you do have some weather, you could always use Friday, Saturday if you have to. So good job by the IGHSAU to just kind of have that backup plan in case they need to use it. Hopefully they don't.
Yeah, and you hope that you get those games in for the consolation games tomorrow as well. So 1-2 now. Just give those teams a chance to play. You want to play another one if you can. So I think they get started, tomorrow morning. Oh, that pitch is high and back to the backstop. That's going to be a wild pitch. It's going to move Fry to second. Actually, they don't get started tomorrow morning. They get started tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 as Class 3A gets started for the championship runner-up game. Oh, that's Friday. What is your stuff tomorrow then, Zach, if you can take a look at that?
I don't think there's anything tomorrow in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, all we've got going on is, let's see, it gets started with a 5 o'clock Lisbon and Akron Westfield in the consolation third place in Class 1A will start at 5. 6 o'clock is the Class 1A championship game. And then at 7 o'clock tomorrow night will be the 2A consolation between Central Springs and Des Moines Christian. And then at 8:15 will be the 2A championship game between Liza Muscatine and Iowa City Regina. And then everything else is Friday.
Yep. So they've got to get in just the afternoon stuff tomorrow.
So basically it just goes consolation of that class, championship of that class. Consolation of that class,
and you
half hour later, championship
and
of that
you
class.
get two tomorrow, 3 on Friday.
And
well,
3 classes on Friday.
Span with an infield single into deep short. Still kept Fry at second with that. So still nobody out here as it brings up Olander. So Valley starting to put something together here as well with 2 on and nobody out. And Olander takes that first pitch high for ball 1.
So then Friday's schedule, 2:30 will be Humboldt and Albia in the 3A consolation. 3:30, Davenport Assumption and Roland Story. So looking forward to that. Roland Story, it's been so long since they've been back, and off they go to the championship game as a 6th seed, and so that'll be awesome. And then at 4:45 is the Newton SBL Sergeant Bluff Luton game in the 4A the 4A third place game, and then it's Des Moines Hoover and ADM in the championship at 5:45 Friday. And then of course the late night stuff is 5A, 7 o'clock consolation between the loser of this one and Jefferson, and then 8 o'clock is the 5A title game with Indianola and the winner of this one.
So 1-2 the count here with Olander as she's trying to see if she can do something here at the plate against Lara. Big swing and a miss, out number 1. 1 down here in the inning. That's going to bring up Kendra Schramm, the DP here for Valley.
And I can just hear Tom Bakey, the head coach of West Des Moines Valley, singles. He's right. That's all they need. Singles. A 3-run homer, yeah, that's great. Gets it 9-4, but you still got to put more base runners on because you'd be down 5. So, I mean, you just need a bunch of singles. That's a big one.
The difference in the home run thing, though, is the fact
Did that go over?
No, but she's stuck in the fence.
I think it went over.
Did she go yard? Schramm?
Well, either way, she went yard.
Yes. I thought the left fielder got caught in the fence. I wasn't sure what really happened, but that is a 3-run home run.
I think it went over in the air. And then the third base umpire walks out, and he signal home run.
Signaled. That's a 3-run homer.
Yeah.
That's a 9-4 game here.
Well, I mean, that helps.
But you're back to your point of, okay, now we need to do it again.
Right.
You got to get more runners on.
You have to keep the cycle moving, and so that starts again. You got to keep getting base runners. It's 5-run game still.
Absolutely.
You're not halfway there yet.
And there's your bottom half damage right there. Now, if you could have got this a couple innings ago, this could be a completely different thing.
Right, that was a big pitch.
So now 9-4, so now it'll be Etzel stepping in, taking her first pitch as a strike. She has grounded out and has struck out so far today. But a big 3-run home run by Kendra Schramm. And all of a sudden we have a 9-4 game here. As we watched that ball, I really thought it hit the fence and rolled back. I thought it did too, but as the umpire down the left field line ran out and did the big circle.
See, I had a different thought. I actually did think it got over in the air and it bounced back through the fence, or tried to bounce back through the fence.
Either way, impressive. There's a shot out to left field and squeezed up by Lindquist.
It's a busy inning for Lindquist out there.
She's got to be going, are you serious? Come on, let's get this. So a fly out 2-7, and that's the second out of the inning. That's going to bring it back up to the top. Alex Honold, the shortstop. Grounded out her last time up. Wow, it's been a busy game after all of a sudden. These late innings over here, all of a sudden everything just starts scoring.
Yeah, we haven't had many of the scoring games here on Buena Vista University Diamond, but been some good games down the line.
Absolutely. So Hanold 0-1 the count to her. Ball straight up. And a great job by Klinger. Ends the inning, ends the threat.
So as great as that home run was, all of a sudden out, inning over, and now you still have a lot of work to do. And that's why, as good as home runs are, you still got to keep the cycle going.
Yeah, but the good thing, though, and it's actually probably what keeps Valley in this game to play 7 innings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
because
they need to score at least a couple.
Yep, and that does it. So now you may see a 7-inning game out of these guys, and it's just a matter of how that goes from here. But that's a huge play right there. And I think we have had Is this Schramm behind the plate now?
Yeah, it might be. That might be Newman still, actually.
Trying to remember if I remember Newman being that big.
Yeah, that's Newman back there.
That is Newman. Okay. Her and Schramm look fairly similar body style. All right, so here we go. We're going to move to the bottom of the 6th inning. So 9-4 your score. And we're going to see Ellie Spellhog, and I think you're right. I think she dropped over to the DP here, so she can still hit. Singled her last time up there in the 5th. The pitch. Called strike. Roush still on the hill here for Valley.
Pleasant Valley sent 11 to the inning in the 5th, or 11 to the plate, I should say, in the 5th. And goodness, that was an inning that West Des Moines Valley just couldn't get that 3rd out. That's what hurt them.
Yep. 1-1 the count here. So as we try to put the finishing touches on the Fort Dodge trip here for Central Iowa Sports and Network, a big swing and a miss from Ellie Spellhog. As they have wrapped up all the festivities on Diamond 2, you and I seem to track those late games.
Well, if we get anything like we did last year, I mean,
no, I don't think so. I don't think we are.
I don't anticipate that. That was
that was just a long night.
That was crazy. I mean, honestly, it was fun. I mean, I really did have a lot of fun doing it. We stuck around and through the rain delay lightning, all sorts of lightning. I mean, that was
great play from Fry across the span, out number 1. Yeah, that was a hour and a half rain delay, lightning show.
Yeah, it rained a little bit, but it was basically a ton of lightning. And all of a sudden, we're just waiting, and we can't be on the bleachers, and you're waiting, and all of a sudden, these girls just got a jolt of lightning or something, but they just kept hitting. And this game just kept going extra innings. It was a 2-run game, and you think, all right, that's going to be enough to win it. And all of a sudden, here they come again. It was insane.
We score 3, you score 3. Now we'll score 1, you score 1.
It was so much
crazy.
fun.
It was crazy but fun. You're right. As Lara stepping in to hit here, she's 1 for 1 with 2 intentional passes. As they pitched around her, but now they're going to go at her. 1-1 the count to her. Way out on her front. Boy, good mix of a changeup right there from Roush. Really had Lara really leaning out forward. We don't even have a third. Coach Lara's not even out here on the third base side. Oh, he did. Oh, he's farther over. I couldn't see him behind the fence there. There's the pitch. A swing. There's a ground ball to the right, to the left side. Fry scoops it up, but it is a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Young lady's fun to watch. She's pretty impressive at the plate.
Yeah, such a dangerous hitter. She's going to play a big factor if they get to that game tomorrow night.
Just outside. Roush really, I think, confused her on that one. Went away from her, but just wasn't able to put it in for the strike. 2-2 the count now. The pitch. There's a swing, a shot to left field. Squeezed up by Olander for out number 2. Tell you, left field tonight has really had a lot of action for both teams.
It's because of the right-handed batters who have so much power and they get such good extension, and they can, if they know their fastball's coming, they can turn on it. So, I mean, it's such the quality of hitters. Left fielders, you better be ready to roll.
That'll bring up Belle Lupkin. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count now on her. And Roush actually has really done a nice job since she's come in, keeping Pleasant Valley kind of off balance a little bit here at the plate. The pitch, just outside. 1-1 now. Swing and a miss on it. Really took something off that pitch. 1-2 now.
I don't know about the power necessarily of Roush, but if she wants to try to elevate something, now would be the time to do it.
And that was pretty much on cue. As she does go upstairs.
Just wide, and it was just a little too wide, but I like that concept. I think that's the time to toss that rise ball in there, especially if you can get some extra MPH on it.
Yep. This may be that little off speed here. And she gets a turn on that ball, charged to the fence, goes off the fence. And Lupkin in with a double for Pleasant Valley.
Well, you can throw off speed, but you can't leave it up there like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that just did not
that's
leave the heart of the zone, and that just stayed right in the middle heart of the plate. That's just easy pickings.
And now you're bringing up the young lady that they have yet to get out tonight. 3 for 3 on the day is Peggy Klinger. 2 singles and a home run. And with a runner on second and Lupkin, there's a ground ball to third. I think we're going to get our first one. Fry over to Span, and they do. And that will do it here for the 6th inning. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll see about putting the finishing touches here on your 5A semifinal action.
Welcome to Fairway, where we're not a mega food, fashion, fitness, you name it center. For 80 years, we've been your neighborhood meat and grocery store, focused on cutting you the highest quality meats for your backyard barbecue, providing the freshest ingredients for your summer salad, and making sure your shopping trip is as easy and sweet as Grandma's blueberry pie. So while others try to put it all under one roof, at Fairway, we put our all into meat and grocery.
Iowa Pig Farmers Care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
All right, welcome back here as we get ready for the top half of the 7th inning here. 9-4 your score. Pleasant Valley in the lead. As we get the throw down, we are getting ready to go, and it will be Megan Decker, number 15, leading it off here for Valley. As we get ready here. All right, Lara will step in. And Decker coming to the plate. 11 hits on the day here for Pleasant Valley, 6 for Valley for the West Des Moines Tigers. And that one fouled off and out of play as we go 0-1 the count now.
Well, Lara gets a chance to get 3 outs and punch her ticket and punch her team's ticket to the title game. That's pretty good motivation there to go get these big 3 outs.
Quite a 1-2 punch out of Spellhog and Lara, huh? That's a good tandem. There's a swing. That ball is going to be popped up, and it's going to be a foul ball because of where she tried to catch it. So that does keep Decker alive on that drop. As Lefevre just couldn't quite get that thing. That spin was going sideways. Just popped it right back out of her glove. Here's the pitch. And gets in on the hands. Just pushes it foul. And we'll do it again. Still 0-2 here on Decker.
And for folks wondering at home, that is not an error
right
on a potential catch that's in foul territory.
That ball pushed foul. So we're staying here again. Still 0-2 on the... And we got our comedian in right behind us. Here's the pitch. High. 1-2 now. Decker trying any way possible to see if she can get herself on.
They need at least 4 base runners, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
There's a swing. That's going to be a line shot as Lindquist squeezes it up for out number 1. 1 down in the inning. It's going to bring up Maggie House.
That's great coaching. That's great coaching because they've got her right there, basically 5 feet into the outfield grass.
Yep.
She's able to make a running catch, basically almost on the dirt, on what is automatically a base hit, but not because of where Lindquist was playing.
Swing and a drive out to left field. That's going to get out of play as House really turned on that one. She got something into her wheelhouse and let it fly.
5 homers on the year. She's got power, hitting .375, slugging .602.
Lara fires off speed just inside 1-1 now. As there's 1 down here in the inning for Valley. They need 5 to stay alive and take it to the bottom of the 7th. Swing, pop up, and out number 2 as number 11. That is, where's she go? Carly Lundry with that put out. And now Valley down to their last out of the game here. Stalzer going to bat. Swings, pop fly to left field, gets down, out of play there on down the left field line. So 0-1 the count here on Stalzer.
Is there a bag under that bag we're missing?
No, that's just my birthday.
Well, somebody swiped our camera bag, and it's got about $1,000 worth of gear in it.
There's a pitch, just off the outside edge. 1-1 now. The pitch, just outside. 2-1 now. Comes the pitch from Lara. Swing, pop fly out of play. Just foul back over the Pleasant Valley dugout. So 2-2 now. Down to the last strike is the Valley Tigers. Swing, ball up. And just could not
She
squeeze.
almost caught that on that fence line. That was a heck of an effort.
Lupkin?
I thought she was going to snag that one just inches away from a pretty remarkable way to go to the championship game.
But was she quick to find the fence? She got there. She knew exactly where she wanted to be. Great effort from Lupkin, from Belle Lupkin. Lara deals. Ground ball, first base, gets through, but I think you're not. Yep, not going to be able to do it as Lundry was not able to squeeze that up. So Stalzer will reach on the air. That's going to bring up number 7, Hannah Fry, your third baseman. 2 walks on the day and a ground out, so 0 for 1 on the day currently. Still with 2 outs, Valley's got a long way to go. Oh, and 1 the count now. The pitch. Off speed in there. Now down to their last strike. 0-2 now here for Fry.
That was a good pitch.
Oh, that was just a tremendous pitch.
Nothing you can do with that. Took something off of it. She would have been way out in front. Great pitch.
So this will do it right here for Valley. 2 strikes unless Fry can stay alive. She does. Foul ball. So still 0-2 here for Hannah Fry. Pitch from Lara. Oh, just high. 1-2 now.
Good pitch, but good take, too. That one was up.
Got to be pounding. Just racing here for Hannah Fry.
Yeah, you don't ever want to be the last out.
No,
that's
you just don't.
thing. But somebody has to.
There's a swing push to the right side. Scooped up. And that will do it. 4-3 on the putout. That will be your third out of the game, and that will do it. Your score, your final 9-4 in favor of Pleasant Valley. And they are going to move on and play Indianola in the championship on Friday at 8 p.m. So that will do it here. So, Zach, let's go ahead and give just the final time here. Give the quick scoring summary, and let's get on out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it was just pretty much the one inning. That really was the big difference. It was a 7-run fifth that did it. That was the big difference in the game. Pleasant Valley got away with 3 errors, to be honest with you. They got away with them. West Des Moines Valley just could not take advantage of it. And I give credit to Pleasant Valley for getting those big runs when they needed them, and they just kept pushing in that 5th inning, sending 11 to the plate, scoring 7 times on 5 hits. Just one of those runs was earned, but the winning pitcher is Ellie Spellhog, and Claire Stalzer will take the loss. But this Pleasant Valley team, they're going to be really tough to beat in the 5A title game Friday. That's a really good team. That was a fun game.
That was a lot of fun to do. So thanks for joining us here for Game 5 and throughout the entire day. Once again, the final score, 9-4. Pleasant Valley moves on, and we'll play Indianola for the Class 5A championship. So for Zach Carlisle and our entire crew, the gang headed by Doug Dillevin and Peter Tarpey, I'm Brian Carlisle saying so long from Fort Dodge. This has been a presentation of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Iowa High School Girls Sports Network. Enjoy the rest of the tournament. Until next time, so long. Take care. Good night, everybody.